Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this unboxing video on a Monday, I've got two things in here that I'm going to be unboxing. But as always, I'm going to turn this into a bit of a guessing game. And to be honest, I couldn't have made things any harder for myself because they are two completely different figures and completely different. No, that's a bit of a lie, to be fair. The good thing is, and I know that lots of people have been friends of the channel, etc., watching me for some time, the one particular figure is going to make you laugh straight away. Now I'm literally opening this up for the first time. Obviously sometimes a lot of the figures that come when I'm doing the unboxing that I've checked out, but with this one I haven't, because I wanted to do this, to be fair, to have a chat as I was doing it. So hopefully this isn't going to make too much noise. So there's two figures in here, and if I'm being completely honest, one of them you probably, and I say this not like, I just genuinely don't think that you're going to get the one of them at all. The second one you might get. The second one is something that you'll think is right up my street, right up my alley, and definitely exactly what I'm doing with this channel. Right, so I think I can actually get into the main box now, so that's all that matters. The first one, and I know that everyone's going to laugh as soon as I say it, the first one is something that I really shouldn't have brought, but I did. But again, thank you to you guys. Thank you to the people on Instagram. There's a chap on Instagram called Ruben Perez, and he's something vintage toys. And I apologise because the reason why I forgot it is because it's Spanish. I think it might just be Robot Vintage Toys, to be fair. So his name's Ruben Perez. He's an absolute gent, and I've brought a few things off him before, so that's probably going to give you a big clue straight away to the second one, with it being Spain. So there you go, there's the clue for that. Now the first thing that I'm going to open in here, I wasn't, and I've been saying to myself for ages, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I don't want to start looking or searching for toys which are basically what this is, purely because I don't have the space. There's too much, and a lot of them are ridiculously expensive. So for that reason, I didn't really want to go anywhere near them. But Ruben, bless him, he sent me a message and he even said, I don't know if you're going to be interested in this, but his friend's selling something. Am I interested? I need to open this bit here. And he even put, I know you don't normally collect this line of toys, but you might be interested. And I think it was because I put up on my Instagram another version of this mould. Sorry for the noise. Sorry for the people who are just thinking, just open it. I put an e-hobby version of this mould up on my, I don't want to give too much away, on my Instagram. Anyhow, a couple of months back, maybe a bit longer. And he was like, so because I'd said in the video as well that I really love this mould, so he just wondered, and he correctly wondered, if I'd make an exception for this particular figure. So clue all that I told you so in the comments. This is a pre-Transformers figure, or perhaps maybe released round about the same time, but it's in a box, but it's not in a Transformers box. It's not even in a Takara box. It's in a totally pre-Transformer box. And it's a French version, which again is exactly why he thought I'd be interested, because yep, I'm an absolute sucker for variants. And this is exactly that. Oh my days, he's double boxed it. What an absolute legend. I don't even think I can get it. Can I get in? Yes, I can. So, so this particular, and it looks like, there's the second one. The second one looks like it's wrapped up there neatly. So we'll move on to that in a second. Oh, it all looks great. The box is huge. The box, though, is pretty much, so everything that's on the box is incredibly similar to the box that this particular character had in G1. Now, interestingly enough, I'm going to tell you straight off, there's another big clue now, that it's not a Diaclone figure, because a Diaclone figure would be absolutely huge and not warrant a box of this size. So it's it's a figure that became a Transformer. It wasn't a it wasn't a Transformer, and it became a Transformer in. Oh, I don't know if you can make out there, but there's the giant box. 1985, as far as I'm aware. Could be completely wrong, but the figure itself had definitely been out for a few years. The figure itself that you're about to see, the one that I've got, is just the standard deco of this figure, because at the time, again, with it being, and it basically, okay, what I mean by standard, this is the deco that Transformers Hasbro, yeah, it wasn't released in Japan. This figure was not released in Japan. There is not a Takara version of this. So when Hasbro decided to incorporate, what was that? What have I dropped? Oh, it's all right, it's just a figure. I thought something fell out of the box. To incorporate this figure into the Transformers storyline, they chose this particular deco of the figure. There is definitely two other versions that are pre-Transformers. Since the Transformers got hold of the molds, since Hasbro got hold of the molds, eHobby did one, and they made a different colour of it. This is giving loads away now. This is good, actually. I've managed to work some clues out into it. Since then, third-party companies have made their versions of the mould, and they have done an absolute abundance of colour decos. And as I said, how uncanny, I've just realised that on my channel last week, only a few days ago in fact, Wednesday it was, I did a review, I've lost my knife, of a third-party version of the eHobby version. But anyway, I've spoke about it enough. One of the Japanese version of this figure is known as a Megatron, I think it is. And I think that's also what he was released as in the UK before he was a Transformer. But as I say, the reason why I've gone for this one, A, because he was so cheap. There's a couple of teeny bits of damage to the actual figure, but anybody who collects anything really knows that the main value is in the box, and the box is beautiful. I'm stunned at this. And it's a French one. So it is, of course, Mechabot. It's Omega Supreme, but as you can see, it's French. So, Ori Jouel, I'm sure Jouet is play, isn't it? Is it? Or is it Spanish? Wait a minute. No, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I should know. I know Spanish. No, I think it's French. There you go. Yeah, it's French. But I've not seen it. Sorry, as I say, they took the normal amount. I'm sorry, I'm still filming. They've took the original colours. That's where Omega Supreme came from. So there you go. I believe there's other things in here. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so it's exactly the same colours. It's got the instructions and everything in it. It's poor. I can't. Oh, that's French, isn't it? Well, I'm getting so confused. Anyway, that is part one done. Part two. So it's from Spain. It's a Spanish variant of a G1 character and indeed a G1 figure. These particular figures only came out, these versions of these figures only came out in Spain. They have the most crazy colour decos going. And the best thing about these, again, if you're new to this channel, check out the playlist as soon as I tell you in a second what they are. These are Spanish variants of mini-bots that are entirely made out of plastic. Now, I know you think they're all made out of plastic, but I mean right down to the fact that there's not even any metal pins or screws holding the wheels in. Nothing like that at all. I need to find my standing knife because I can't cut into this. And I don't know where I put it. I'm just going to have to rip it. Ah, there it is. So yeah, right down to everything. There is not one single bit of metal in these. And these were sold in the boxes, which you're going to see in a second. And they started appearing in the very early 90s in Spanish coastal resort areas, in literally them things that, do you still see them where you put like a pound in or maybe $1 or whatever, and you spin it and there's a ball, you know, there's a ball and it's got a little toy inside. And these started appearing everywhere in things like that, and on little shelves that you could get. And yes, so wow. So they're made by a company called Fisema, spelled Gisma. And the particular variant that I have in hand is a wind charger. I've got a black wind charger. And now I've got the jazziest, most ridiculous Generation 1 Fisema wind charger. And it's totally plastic. I can pull it all to pieces. If you've not seen or don't know anything about these, check out the playlist. G for golf, ISMA, Fisema mini bots, and I'm buzzing I've got that, and I've took over 10 minutes, so I'm so sorry. I know you're all going to laugh at me. There's pre-transformers, but this one I'm sure you'll understand as well. But there you go, guys. Thank you very much. If you got it, don't put what it is, just put yes I got it, and then you can again have a dig at me for or tell me that I'm on that slippery slope now. I definitely know this. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care.